Ancient Demon Lord Rimuru by Mertinator1905. 8. Ciel's Rage. In the Palace of White Ice, in a small meeting room, two people were seated on a table, in the middle of the room. One was insistently looking down on the table, while the other one was staring daggers into him. The tension was high. While they were silently sitting, a third person, a blue-haired maid, entered the room and broke the tension. Rimuru-sama, we had some tiramisu left, so I thought your guest could also enjoy it, if it's okay with you. Hinata, who is now in control of Chloe's body, averted her eyes from Rimuru and had a look of disbelief in her eyes. When she saw that it was really tiramisu, her eyes twitched and her glares towards Rimuru got even colder. Oh Rain, good idea. Thank you. By the way, it's still tiramisu. Rain, after getting told the same thing twice now, flushed red out of embarrassment. She felt flustered because her beloved lord has praised her, and also because he didn't scold her for saying it wrong the second time. What a forgiving lord I have. Rain, you can leave now, we are going to have a private talk I guess, Rimuru said, but sounded less enthusiastic about it because of the cold glares the other party was giving him. Are you sure, Rimuru-sama? I can detect clear hostility from this individual over there. Not that I doubt your strength, my lord, I'm sure you could just eliminate her with one flick of your finger like you did with our last intruders. It's just you can count on me to deal with annoying bugs. Rain proudly stated while throwing a disgusted look at the newly arrived girl, like she is looking at a pebble on the street. No need to worry, Rainchan, you've helped me a lot today. Why don't you go and rest for a bit till I'm done here? Rain, who was offered to do her third favorite thing, rest, immediately had sparkles in her eyes. The first thing was, of course, serve her lord, and the second thing was painting. Maybe I could make a portrait of my lord. That'll for sure surprise him. With that, Rain made a slight bow and left the room. As soon as she left, the temperature in the room sank. Hinata. Hinata didn't respond. For some reason, she was staring at the tiramisu brought to her, but she was still angry. Hinata. Shut up. While I'm here, thrown back into the past trapped in this body, you're here, safe and sound. And not just safe and sound, but as I can see, you're enjoying your stay in Guy Crimson's castle no Nethless. Hinata was trembling with anger. She was killed, fused with Chloe and was sent into the past. How could he, who should back in the present, be here and enjoy his time? Hinata, I know you're confused, but let me. Suddenly, Hinata stood up from her chair and rushed right to Rimuru, grabbing him by his collar and shaking him violently. Listen here, you little shit. I managed to keep my cool in the present time, no matter what nonsensical thing you did, but no, you've done it. I don't need any explanation. You traveled through time, I guess. I don't need any explanation. Disregarding everything and just come here. Maybe I should just kill you here and right now, one less problem for the future. Ciel, help me. She won't listen to me. What can I do to calm her down? To say that Ciel was angry was an understatement. Ciel had enough time to understand the concept of emotions. After her master had named her, she evolved into the Mana's Ciel and gained emotions. At first, she was overwhelmed with these new feelings, but living with her master, she managed to sort her thoughts and understand this new phenomena. But after so many years, in this room, she, for the first time, felt a new emotion. Anger. She, who should never have known this emotion, felt anger. And she, who should never be angered, was angered. How dare this lowlife paladin touch and even threaten my master's life? I will kill her. I will kill her. No, that's not enough, I will erase her from existence. Just when she was in her thoughts, her master asked her for help. Her master asks her for help. Master, leave it to me. With this confirmation, she took over control of her master's body. And with that, the nightmare began for Hinata. While Hinata was violently shaking Rimuru, she suddenly realized a change in Rimuru's expression. It turned into pure hatred and disgust. His beautiful golden eyes turned crimson red. Before Hinata could react to the sudden change, she was pressed to the ground by the massive amount of magicules and killing intent released by Rimuru, who was now controlled by Ciel. The whole castle, no, the whole continent was shaking under the anger of Ciel. You filthy little paladin, dare to threaten my master and even touch him. I will erase you from existence for this sin. Saying Hinata was scared was an understatement. She was horrified. Even Chloe, who was inside Hinata, was horrified by this sudden turn of events. Her sensei, who was loving and kind, was now sending pure waves of killing intent, and it was directed to her, or rather Hinata. Then she realized what her sensei said. My master. Isn't that sensei? His eye color changed, and this person clearly talked about sensei as if he were a different person. What is going on? Am I going to die? Seal, in her anger, slowly made her way to Hinata, who was crouching on the floor while violently shaking, and touched her forehead. Suddenly, a white orb left Chloe's body and landed in Ciel's hand. Despite Chloe's affection to Master, she is dear to him. I wouldn't want to hurt her, Ciel said, and out of thin air, a new body was formed. Bones, organs, and muscles were formed, and after the process was finished, the new body fell to the ground. It was Hinata's original body. Ciel looked at the soul in her hand, in disgust, and fused it with the newly formed body. Hinata's body glowed for a while, and when the glow disappeared, Hinata opened her eyes. Now, she was even more frightened. She realized that she was not in Chloe's body anymore. But when she realized her current situation, she again began to tremble. Hinata's new body, unlike Chloe's, wasn't enhanced. She was a normal human, unlike Chloe, who was a true hero. The magicals and killing intent released by Ciel now nearly suffocated her. So, little paladin, you said you wanted to kill my master, right? 3 wasn't ss serious, 2d didn't mean it. But you nevertheless touched my master violently, didn't you? Ciel approached Hinata slowly. Hinata couldn't move, her legs were shaking like butter. Rimuru, who was shocked at the display in front of him, tried to calm Ciel down, but she didn't hear him because of her anger. Ciel, calm down. You need to calm down. Before Ciel could reach Hinata, Ciel flinched at the sudden shout of her master. She then realized that her master was panicking. Did I go too far? No, she threatened master, and he asked for help. No matter who, nobody threatens my master. Ciel, calm down, you scared her enough. Any more and you're going to break her. Let me handle it from here on. Ciel, after hearing her master's words, calmed down and retracted the magicals she released and threw one last look at Hinata, who was still trembling and sobbing. If you dare to threaten my master again, I'll make sure to erase your existence completely without leaving a chance for reincarnation, don't forget that. And with her last warning spoken, Ciel released her control and Rimuru's eyes turned golden again. As soon as Ciel retracted her aura, everyone present in the castle rushed to the room. They weren't able to move from their spot because of the pressure till now. When they entered the room, they saw Rimuru standing above an unfamiliar-looking girl and the masked girl from before. When they saw that Rimuru was safe and sound, they relaxed for a bit, but were confused nonetheless. Oi Rimuru, what was that insane pressure? Was it that girl or you? Guy asked. He couldn't identify it because Rimuru always completely erases his presence and doesn't leak any magicals. Even I couldn't lift a finger. What was that? Belzard also asked. An aura capable of suppressing a true dragon was nothing to laugh at. In Belzard's eyes, it was comparable to Veldanava's. What they didn't know is that Ciel held back a lot to not damage the castle or hurt her masters, new friends. I lost control for a second, I apologize, everyone. It's nothing to worry about, really, Rimuru said, and bowed a little to make up for the inconveniences he caused them. Ciel, of course, was displeased by her master's display but didn't voice her opinion. But, we'll talk later, okay? I'm really sorry. I have to talk with them first. When I'm done, I will give some explanation of what just happened. Not just that, but you'll also give an explanation about what that pressure was. I never felt anything like that, Guy added. Alright, I'll give some proper explanation later. Could you please leave us alone for a moment? They reluctantly nodded and left the room one by one, and the only ones left behind were Belgrind and Rain. Rimuru, call me if you need anything. Belgrind said and left, leaving only Rain behind. Rimuru-sama, should I dispose of them? They seem to have angered you. Rain threw an angry look at Chloe and Hinata. No. Don't worry, Rain. It was a misunderstanding. I have to talk with her. I'll call you if I need something, alright. Alright Rimuru-sama. I shall leave now. And with that, Rain also left the room, rather reluctantly. With just the three of them left in the room, Rimuru walked up to the two girls who were laying on the ground and offered both of them a hand to help them stand up. Chloe took his hand, but Hinata, still traumatized from Ciel's outburst, flinched. I'm sorry for my partner's outburst. She is, rather possessive and tends to overreact. So please let's start over again and let me give some explanations. Hinata reluctantly stretched her hand out and accepted Rimuru's help and stood up. Rimuru created another chair for her, and she sat on it. After everyone was seated, Rimuru let out a sigh and started his explanation. So, let me explain why and how I'm here.